today, as you can tell from the title, I am doing a Q&A video. So I decided to do this because I realized I didn't have anything on my channel to kind of really, introduce who I am, kind of introduce, what I'm about, everything like that. I kind of just threw up content, in which, shameless plug, go watch my Las Vegas vlog if you haven't. Kind of a dope vlog, my very first vlog. It was kind of fun. But yeah, like I said, decided to do this. Kind of wanted to give you guys kind of get a chance to get to know me, kind of ask me questions. So what I decided to do is I posted up a YOLO, which is like that anonymous app, and posted it on my social media and have people, ask me different questions. And I actually got a lot of good questions. Just for the time and the sake of the video and time, I'm going to limit it to 25 questions. So that way the video isn't too crazy long or anything like that. But yeah, question number 1. Where are you from? 216, Cleveland, Ohio. Born and raised, the land, you already know. The best city in Ohio. The other ones, whatever. Go talk. What is your greatest fear? That's actually a good question. I would say my greatest fear is not living life happily. And what I mean by that, because I feel like everyone can have their own different, variation of what that means. But to me, what that means is living life happy, meaning I want to make sure I'm living through my life, financially stable, emotionally stable, mentally stable. Just making sure that I'm just good in life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not expecting life to be perfect, but that is a genuine fear I have. Life is too short to live unhappy. I feel like you should be able to do what you want to do, live how you want to live, and just go about everything, not having to worry about what people have to say about you. So, are you in college? No, I am not in college, but I did graduate with my bachelor's degree in digital science from Kent State University. So, I went to college, but I'm not currently in college anymore. Are you single? As a dollar bill. What is your job if you have one? Well, I work for a very well-known company where I do IT support for stores and dealers across the country and Canada. This is like, I guess you would say, my first big boy job. It's really, huge to me because it took me so long to finally land this position to where I am now. It was kind of hard to get to where I was. There was a lot of no's before getting to this, but I finally got my yes. And yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay, entry level position, straight out of college. How do you deal with negativity? I don't. I don't deal with negativity. If you're a negative person or just bringing a vibe around me that I don't mess with, you will be removed. I don't tolerate negativity. I don't have time for it. I don't have, the energy for it, especially in this time. Like, as I get older, I learn different things. I just don't deal with negativity. I don't do it. You like bread. I'm going to assume as meaning money. And if that's the case, of course, I like bread. I like money. Even though I'm kind of bad at managing my money, but it's okay. I do what I have to do. You hand me $2 and I'm gonna take that $2 and head off to Vegas, if you know me. But yeah, I like money. What is your best memory of undergrad? Ooh. I literally have so many. I think one of the biggest ones for me is definitely crossing to my fraternity. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated definitely was one of the best memories of my undergrad time. By far, top 3, number 1, in fact, actually. But definitely crossing into my organization. If you could move to one city right now, where would it be and why? Los Angeles. Los Angeles is I feel like that's just a place where I belong. It's been a place where, ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to move there. It's never been about, stars or acting or the big city lights or anything like that. This has always been a city where I feel like I belong. And it's funny because the first time I actually visited there, which was about a year ago, I visited for about a week and I was like, I'm moving here. I went a lot of my years growing up talking and thinking about it and saying like, I'm gonna move here, I'm gonna move here, I'm gonna move here. And when I actually visited, that kind of set in stone for me, and I actually started putting in a plan to save and to get things together so that way I can make that move. But Los Angeles, I will be moving there, so I will say. When is your birthday? July 9th, Cancer Gang. Got a few more months. Hopefully I can celebrate it correctly, the right way with all this virus going on. It's crazy, man. If you could meet someone who has passed away, who would it be? I would say my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather, I didn't unfortunately have a chance to meet him, and he also didn't have a chance to meet me because he ended up passing away about 6 months before I was born. The name is actually from him, so my middle name comes from my great-grandfather. I always heard a lot of stories about him growing up, how he would have treated me or how he would have, loved his great-grandson and everything like that. And it's kind of sad and unfortunate I wasn't able to, meet him, but definitely my great-grandfather. I would definitely have loved to have met him and kind of see who the person he was, Definitely my great-grandfather. What is your favorite movie or movie series? Favorite movie, I'm gonna answer both. My favorite movie would probably be Wolf on Wall Street. That is a crazy movie, even though it's long, but that's definitely one of my favorite movies. My favorite movie series, Fast and Furious, by far, hands down. Watched every single one up to this far. Can't wait for the new one to come out. So those are my two. Do you want kids? Yes. I always tell people this, and people look at me crazy when I say it, but I want kids and I want a minimum of 4. Yes, I know. I want a minimum of 4. And I say that because I want a big family. For me, I had, growing up, I had older cousins. They were about 10 years or so older than me, whatever. So they were like the closest in my age range or group, so I'd say growing up. But just from my experiences growing up, I've always wanted to just have a big family. So that's kind of how I want to have. I want my kids to be able to have those, their brothers and sisters, to be able to have those experiences in that relationship. Because I wasn't the only child from my mother. So I want a big family. So I say a minimum of 4 kids for sure. Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox. I know a lot of people probably gonna say something about it. I don't care. Xbox. I started off with PlayStation, but Xbox is where my heart lies now. I don't care. Where are you traveling next? It better not be Vegas. Well, the way these prices look, for $43 to Vegas might be. But no, I'm not traveling to Vegas next. My next travel plans is Miami, which is next month from the time of this video. I have a lot of plans planned out, a lot of trips planned out, shall I say. Hopefully everything falls through and I can actually make those trips. We'll see. Do you like sports? No, I've never been a sportsy type guy. I always say cars are my sports, so I like motorsports. Anything done with cars, racing, drifting, drag racing, track racing, all of that. Motorsports are my sports. That's where I love. That's where I am. What keeps you motivated? Just wanting more for myself, knowing that, I don't want to settle for anything. I know that I can, do anything that I want to do, go anywhere I want to go. It kind of goes back to the question of, what do you fear? And not being happy. And I feel like with that ties into that for me. It's just making sure I'm putting things in the plan and action so I am happy, so that way I am, continue to be motivated to want to do things, kind of taking one step, seeing like, okay, I pray for something like this, and I finally get it, and it's just like, okay, I can do this, I can continue more, I can do all with the power of God. Amen. What is something about you that will shock those that know you? That I prefer to be called Franklin, not Frank. A lot of my friends call me Frank, which a lot of the times when I was a little bit younger, it really didn't bother me. I really didn't care, honestly, whatever. But honestly, like now, I'm like, if you meet me now, I'm like, my name is Franklin, not Frank. I prefer Franklin. So that was something I would say. My favorite food, seafood. Definitely love me some seafood. Crab legs, scallops, shrimp, clams, fish, all that. Definitely love it, especially in B-Love sauce. Shout out to B-Love if y'all know who that is. If you won the lottery, what would you do? I would definitely take that and definitely go shopping right away. Most definitely would go shopping, pay off my car, pay off some of my debts. And within the next month, I would be getting ready to move to LA or somewhere like that and really living my dreams and kind of investing with that money. But obviously taking care of my family, my friends, there's literally so much I can do. It just depends on how much money. That depends on how much money. This question is actually kind of interesting. It's actually a multi-part question, but I'm going to answer them each. So the question reads, do you ever wonder what is going to happen to you when the next life is ready for you? If so, what do you believe you will see once you get there? That's a pretty deep question. Really, really deep question. I think, I really don't know. Obviously, just like everyone else, I think I've definitely wondered what life would be or what life is after death. But it hasn't been something that I completely deeply thought about. So I can't really say what I think is going to happen. I can only imagine. And to answer the second part of that, of what you believe when you get there, I think, I don't know. You obviously think about, you see all your loved ones that have passed on in a healthy, happy, younger state. Heaven, I don't know. I mean, it's a typical thing I think everybody kind of think about. This is something I've really deeply thought about, but it's definitely interesting for sure. Any regrets? I think we all have them. One I would definitely could say that I can think of off the top of my head right now is not pushing myself in high school. I kind of went through high school just bare minimum, doing what I had to do, C's, get the diploma, shall I say. I didn't push myself much through high school. I kind of wish I could go back to myself, especially my freshman year of high school, and kind of push myself and say, hey, strive for better grades, strive for, getting A's and just having a better GPA. I really didn't care. I really kind of didn't push myself. I really just went through high school. All 4 of those years kind of just flew past. And I feel like I could have been better set up after when even going to college. But, I wouldn't say it was something that was a bad thing. Everything happens for a reason. It is what it is. I've gotten to where I am. I'm not, too bad off in life for doing that. But I realized once college hit, I was like, okay, time to take this serious. Time to get it going. Do what you got to do. So definitely would say that for sure. What are your lifetime goals? I would say I have a lot of lifetime goals. First off, as you get older and as times change, your goals change. So I can't really say that my goals now would be what I would want 5 years from now, and I can't say a lot of my goals now or goals I've had 5 years ago. But these are going off of what I have, of where I am currently in my life. I would say definitely being somewhere very high up in my career field, being very knowledgeable into my field, being somewhere where I find exactly what I want to do. I would also say being financially stable, making sure that, I'm good, my people around me are good, just being able to live comfortably, not living, check to check or something like that, or just living knowing that I'm good. I got what I want, my people and everything got what they need, everything like that. Those are the end of the 25 questions for this video. Like I said, I could have did more, but the video would have been a lot longer, and I didn't want the video to be too long. So I kind of answered and put in the questions that I feel like gave you a good idea of who I am, kind of get a chance of how I am as a person, you know, just how I think about certain things. And I hope you guys enjoy. I have a lot of things planned for the channel. Obviously, I want to do more vlogging, which I'm going to do that on my future trips. You know, I plan to do other, you know, different talks and stuff like that. I'm going to plan to do some, you know, mukbangs, you know, conversations and stuff with people, and kind of have like some other people on my channel. And, you know, my channel's going to have a lot of different content. You know, it's not going to be, you know, just one certain type of content. It's going to be kind of all over the place. You know, I kind of want to be able to bring different things, different flavor to my channel. Kind of don't want my channel to be put in like one box, shall I say. So, yeah. Hope to see you guys. You know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video.